Scott Wolf dismisses restraining order against estranged wife Kelly, gets temporary sole custody of kids. Scott Wolf drops restraining order against his estranged spouse. Scott Wolf's restraining purchase on his estranged wife, Kelly Wolf, has been dismissed on July 19th immediately after a new settlement entered 4 days earlier in their divorce case that is ongoing. The July 15th temporary stipulated agreement, which people reviewed court documents for, outlines custody, visitation, a temporary restraining order, finances, and communication. The 57-year-old actor was awarded temporary sole physical custody of the duo's 3 children, sons Jackson, 16, and Miller, 12, and daughter Lucy, 11, while Kelly was granted liberal supervised parenting time with the kids. Kelly is to have supervised parenting time during times agreed upon by counsel of record and shall have 3 supervised video or telephonic contacts per week during reasonable waking hours with the child (RDN). If the guardian ad litem expresses concern, every party should re-examine whether supervision is still appropriate. Kelly may also reply if the children themselves initiate further contact. The deal also comes with a temporary stipulated agreement that appears to put strict parameters around communication. Neither will discuss adult issues, the circumstances of the divorce, or the children's relationship with the other parent in their presence or with the children. They are also not allowed to express negative comments directly or indirectly, and are not allowed to ask the children what happens in the other parent's home. The deal also includes a social media silence clause. Neither you nor anyone on behalf of either of you shall make any statements of any kind or character regarding the other, the marriage, the children, or the divorce on the internet or to any blog, and neither of you will allow any third party to make any statement for you. The end of the road goal, according to the agreement, is for Kelly to retrieve custody-free parental rights. Scott, as previously reported, was awarded a temporary restraining order on Wednesday after claiming on Tuesday that Kelly engaged in an escalating pattern of conduct that poses a substantial danger of harm to the party's minor children. Kelly said she was served with the order on June 25th. Under the new agreement, the temporary restraining order will be lifted and a court hearing scheduled for July 21st will be canceled. As for housing, Scott will keep the couple's Park City home all to himself. Kelly's parenting time may take place there, but only when mutually agreed upon as to a supervisor. Otherwise, she's not allowed at the property. Scott maintains financial control over the marriage, paying the household expenses and temporarily providing Kelly $10,000 per month to cover living expenses, subject to court order or a further agreement. He will also pay her a monthly sum to cover her car payments and minimum payments on credit cards, as well as a share of some attorney fees. The battle between the Wolfs intensified after an encounter on June 13th, in which Kelly was detained by sheriffs in Utah County and involuntarily hospitalized under California's 5150 law, which authorizes emergency mental health evaluations. Kelly was reported to have also tried to remove the children from the country, and his behavior was sufficient for Kelly to be detained by law enforcement and subsequently placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold, court documents say. Kelly clarified later that she was held under an involuntary 5150, an act of a critical intervention used to detain individuals who are deemed to be dangerous to themselves or others or gravely disabled as a result of a mental disorder, according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. On July 6th, Kelly was once again involuntarily held for psychiatric observance after a tear with an alleged knife. She was detained for a week at a treatment center in Salt Lake City. The incident occurred just weeks after Kelly shared that she and Scott were getting a divorce after 21 years of marriage in a social media post on Tuesday, June 10th. The two first met in 2002 and were married in 2004. "Scott and I are heartbroken to be moving forward," she wrote at the time. "It has been a long, quiet road for me, and indeed a fairy tale that is woven in hope, patience, and love for children. I will not publicly discuss any remaining details of my time above, but I rest well in the knowledge that I have done everything I can to walk this path of integrity and compassion." The Real World, New Orleans alum continued, "Scott Wolf is one of the greatest dads I have ever met, and he's one hell of a partner a woman could ever have the honor of sharing this life with. He is kind and thoughtful and funny and beautiful in spirit. We are excited to share an amazing life with the most amazing kids. The well-being of my girls and my own healing has been my priority. That will never change." Scott later replied via People statement. "After 21 years of marriage, my wife and I have decided to get a divorce," he said. Our children remain and always will be, and there's nothing more that I won't wish in the world that they be, Mr. Rocca said in a statement early Tuesday afternoon to request privacy as we help them and each other navigate this change.